Gray, you've changed the face of our school. You've shared your story as you sat next to me in a television studio, with our YouTube community, and last year at the Minds of All Kinds breakfast, you showed your vulnerability and your promise as you shared your story to the over 300 in attendance.
So I decided to do something a little bit different for my graduation speech, because when I was facing that blank document in front of me and trying to think of something to say to graduate, anything that was like the typical graduation speech just kind of felt inadequate to me, because I could talk about all the things this school's done for me, all the things I've done in my academic life, but it just didn't feel right to me. It felt hollow. It felt like I was almost ignoring everything that's been happening. And so this I wrote a while back, but I felt like it was something I would want us to say. This poem is called Transition, and I wrote it to be exactly 365 words long. This is the last time I'll allow myself to feel broken. Allow myself to think I am not enough. My right to existence, that's enough. I live and write without knowing the ending. It makes the heart race a little. I am worthy of breaking bread and false promises, at least I hope. Maybe it won't hurt to use this needle to sow new fields. Each day I rise, anew and unafraid. That's different. New and coarse forests sprouting all around this healing body. I let my lungs fill with air. I never used to do that. The tightness still lingers, a taut spring behind my ribs. My hands shake. Maybe I am a dumb kid, but a living one. I pieced myself together from all the fragments, the songs that surround me, fill my lungs, keep me whole. That's all I need, whole. I am complete, or will be, when I finally run out of words and my pen is a drought. I worried that all these pathways would never end. They did. My little accidents have a conclusion. Not real, but sure as any, a reason to keep fighting. I am the living. Many villages are wrong, not this one. Step out into the spotlight, make your pain known, name it after some minor chord and a half-remembered hymn. I shouted into the void and it said something back that I shouldn't remember. I rowed my boat through endless murky waters and can tell the tale. Not all can. So many lost and drowned souls capsized, calling for help until their lungs fill with brackish darkness. I cough up blood and black water sometimes, still. I may not be free, but my chest still rises. It wants to make up for lost years in tight-fitting dresses. Good enough. I feel a crack as I sing and I don't fear it. I won't fear growing prickling faces or foam and razor blades. They weren't designed to hurt me. Anyone between two speckled stall doors isn't alone. I will walk unafraid. I will fill myself with bread and get stronger. The horizon is banded with orange and pink fire.
Gray Cruz, another student who is just one of the brightest people I've ever met, incredibly talented. When Gray got to our school, it just completely changed the nature of what our school was. And I think we couldn't have put Gray in front of people more, because they are just such an articulate, smart, capable person that we like to show off because we are just so proud of them. A student who, once Gray stepped into the classroom, I had to really be on my P's and Q's about, like, okay, is this fact accurate? Because if it is not accurate, Gray will tell you. And I like that about Gray. Somebody who really is just wants to learn, great sense of humor, somebody that I am personally going to miss a lot. Got a full ride to go to the University of Minnesota Morris, where I think they're going to absolutely thrive, and I think they're going to love it there. I'm super excited for them, and another one of those kids where I'll be checking in because I want to see how things are going, because I'm incredibly proud of you. Congratulations, Gray.
Ian, from the beginning, you were determined to be successful. To be honest, at first it was one step forward and two steps back, but you always took that next step. Some people might have given up, but not you. And because you kept stepping forward, you moved yourself along. You finished strong. Never give up is a motto that will serve you well throughout your life.
Hello, my name is Ian, and I am extremely proud to be graduating from the Academy of Whole Learning. I would like to thank all of my teachers who have helped me grow tremendously over these past few years. I would also like to thank my family who've helped me achieve my goals. There have been many memorable moments during my time at AOWL. One of the things that comes to mind is my classes, especially some of the projects and debates we had over this past year. However, many of my best memories come from the inside jokes that me and my classmates have always shared, and I genuinely cherish these moments. A man named Alfred Mercer once said, "What we learn with pleasure, we never forget." And it has been a genuine pleasure to learn at AOWL.
Ian Sudbash, I was originally going to MC our Minds of All Kinds breakfast, and the thing that I think that I was most upset about that being canceled is Ian was going to give a testimonial of just how much growth he has made at our school. If there was an award for most improved player, Ian Sudbash wins it in this class, hands down. I don't think that he would be upset for me to say that he came in a pretty tough place from where he was coming from. Lord knows my first 2 years I was here with Ian, and he probably gave me more trouble than anybody. And I can say within the last 2 years, he's been an exemplary student, incredibly intelligent, gets along well with others. We have 3 students in this graduating class who all got 30s or higher on their ACT, which is phenomenal, top 5%. And Ian is one of those 3, has a part-time job, is set to go to community college next year, and is somebody that I really, really look forward to watching over the years to come, because I think he's going to do phenomenal things. So Ian, I'm incredibly proud of you and the growth that you've made, and I can't wait to see what more you're going to do.
Ray, perhaps no other graduate has changed as much as you have since you started. The joy on your face when you come into the building or talk with your friends during lunch or participate wholeheartedly in art and drama is one of my greatest motivations. When you walk, or maybe jaunt down the hallway is a better word, to your classroom each morning, I feel my energy level rise. When you share your viewpoint in class discussions and the teachers are captivated, I'm reminded of why we come to work every day.
Hi everyone, my name is Ray, and I'm very proud to be graduating from Academy of Whole Learning. I want to thank Ms. Ridgett and all the other teachers I had throughout the years for their help. I have many great memories of my times at AOWL. One thing I really liked was hanging out with friends at school and doing the fun school activities with them. I also loved seeing the therapy dogs and petting them. Another fun memory I had was the privilege days, like the trip to the MOWA. But my favorite class of all was the drama class, because I had the most interesting and unique experiences, like the classes about Shakespeare, the Greek gods. I'm very excited to graduate, but I will always remember the awesome times at AOWL. Thank you.
Ray has been here for, I think, at least 5 years. One of the funniest kids that I've ever met. Cat out of the bag when you're a teacher. Sometimes a kid will share something with you or tell you a joke, and you kind of have to pretend like it's maybe a little more funny than it actually is. Ray is always funny. Everything that Ray has ever shared with me genuinely makes me laugh. So Ray, if you're watching, when you graduate, you're more than welcome to still email me any memes or anything you want. Has a super underrated Twitter account as well. Just a really clever guy, very likable. When I started, Ray was in my classroom and really kind of would give a lot of pushback if he was pushed too hard, if things were asked of him that he felt uncomfortable with. And again, that growth over the last 4 years has just been phenomenal. His ability to respond to things that are asked of him, his ability to step up to the plate, his growth academically has been, I think, really impressive over the last year. I've taken over for his math at the end of the year, and with e-learning, he is consistently just doing every single thing without even being asked anymore. And I think that's really the measure of somebody who has stepped up to adulthood and is ready to sort of take that next step. So Ray is going to be attending Transitions at Hopkins through Transitions Plus, and I have no doubt he's going to be one of the most popular kids there if they give him that chance, because he's a heck of a guy and a really, really good person. So congratulations, Ray.
Eris, from the beginning you were serious about your schoolwork, and as your confidence grew, so did your personality. One of the things I miss most due to distance learning is having you walk in the front door in the morning, look me directly in the eyes, smile, and say good morning. You have no idea how that brightened my day.
Hi everyone, my name is Eris Rico. I am very proud to be graduating from the Academy of Whole Learning. I want to thank my teachers and classmates for their support. I have many fond memories of my time at AOWL. One thing I really liked was playing video games in the privilege days. I also liked when we had discussions in English class, even though it did get derailed a lot and usually interrupted class. Another great memory was when we dissected the sheep heart in science. That was one of the first times I was able to do any dissecting because of my prevalent switching schools. My favorite class was science because it had the most hands-on projects and the most interesting things that we did. I am excited to graduate, but I will always remember the wonderful times I had at AOWL. Thank you.
All right, Eris. Eris is my man. I'm so proud of you, Eris. Another one of our top ACT kids, incredibly bright. Eris will carry himself around like he's got a real kind of dark sense of humor. Always jokes about not liking the sun and having his hoodie up. But the truth is, you're my sunshine, Eris. There's just a few of those kids that really just make your day enjoyable. And Eris is somebody that I'm always excited to see. Somebody who I think just absolutely has the world ahead of him and can do anything if he just puts his mind to it. And so I'm also happy that he's going to be working with us next year in the adult education programming. Is also going to be attending community college, so kind of hitting both of those ends. I think that the world is completely open up to Eris, and again, just the best is ahead of him. But I'm really proud of the growth that you've made over the last few years, buddy, and I can't wait to spend even more time with you. Congratulations, Eris.
Wil Stein, you've been at the Academy for 7 years. Wil, I have seen you grow up. You've reached out to many of our students here who consider you their best friend. This personality trait of engaging your peers in conversation and listening to them with your heart will take you far.
Hi everyone, my name is Wil Stein. I am very proud to be graduating from the Academy of Whole Learning. I want to thank my parents for finding this school and supporting me with everything I do. I want to thank my grandparents for coming to all the events at the school. I've had a lot of great teachers over the years, and I want to recognize 2 of them that are still here. Miss Kelsey T. and I started at AOWL at the same time. She has always looked out for me even if I didn't have a class with her. I also formed a bond with Mr. Mike F., and I am looking forward to working with him in the Transitions program. I'd like to thank my classmates throughout the years. I have met a lot of great people, and I look forward to continuing our friendships. I'd like to give a special shout out to my great friend Jose, who, as many of you remember, graduated last year. I have many great memories of my time at AOWL. One One thing I really liked was all the new students I got to meet in summer school at AOWL. I enjoyed being able to tell all the great things about the school. I also loved playing flag football in Special Olympics with AOWL. Another fun memory from Special Olympics was the year I got to play basketball with my sister, who was a unified player. My two favorite classes were theater and drama with Miss Molly and visual arts with Miss Colleen. I enjoyed these classes because I got to be creative. I'm excited to graduate, but I will always remember the great times I had at AOWL. I look forward to seeing all of you again in the fall when I start the adult program course. Thank you, and may the force be with you, always.
So Wil has been here for longer than I have. My first year, I had a group of 6 just phenomenal kids. Shout out to Jacob and Jose, by the way, if you're watching. And Wil was part of that, so was Ian. And just a great group of kids, but I think the one who was the last to kind of get in that boat, if I can borrow my PJ Fleckism, was Wil. Real skeptical about the new guy, real skeptical about this talk of growing up and being an adult, didn't like change, didn't like to be pushed, wasn't really a big fan of Mr. Mike. And so to see where he is now, who is probably the most excited, I think, in many ways about adulthood and getting a job and just growing up, watching him become a man, has been probably the most rewarding thing, genuinely, that I can say that I've seen over the last 4 years. I am incredibly proud of you, Wil. Also going to be back next year working as part of our adult education programming. But even just to see where he's come from where he was 4 years ago to where he is now, you know, when you do this and you work with a kid for 4 years, you don't always see those day-to-day moments. But then you turn around and you look at a kid and you say, how in the heck did we get here? His embracing of just the art of growing up and becoming a man has been very, very impressive. Super proud of you, Wil. Super proud of what you've accomplished and looking forward to what's to come. Congratulations, buddy.
Connor, you came to the Academy with a dream of being a scientist. And we have kept this idea in the forefront of our minds as we have improved our high school science program every year. This year, as you were able to dissect a sheep heart, you can definitely claim that you are a scientist.
Hello everyone, my name is Connor Hurst, and my time of the Academy of Learning is great. I've learned a lot, and I'll learn once more, and I will achieve greatness. And I will thank all these people who cared about me. My friends, my family, my teachers, my staff. And I will give them everything they need. Hope. I am hope. I will get my hope to become the greatest I can be. Thank you.
I've known Connor for a few years now, haven't had as much of a chance to work with him, but the one thing that I have noticed is just he's got a tremendous attitude about really just anything that's asked of him. He'll tell you he's lazy, but he's really not. He's a hardworking kid, and if you point him in the right direction, really can get a lot done. Loves to learn, loves science, loves very curious mind about how things work and wanting to know more about them. Very agreeable, very nice kid, liked by everybody. And again, I think another one of those kids who the growth for the last few years has really just kind of put him on a path where I think his next few years is going to be even more exciting. So another one of the kids who's going to be back next year in our adult education programming, somebody that I'm really looking forward to working with, and somebody who I think is going to be a great worker one day, real positive attitude, lots of good things to come. Congratulations, Connor.
Wil Stark, this was your first year here, and yet you showed patience with students and teaching staff as we sought to find your ideal learning environment. You stepped up to every challenge we gave you this year with positivity. You have the unusual ability to see a concern and present a solution at the same time. That is a highly sought after skill.
Hi everyone, my name is Wil Stark, I am very proud to be graduating from the Academy of Whole Learning. I want to thank all my teachers, family, and friends for their help. I have many wonderful memories of my time at AOWL. Some things I really liked were the break times, activities, learning about new subjects, and using movies and TV shows for learning experiences. I also liked the kindness in people and their patience. Another fun memory was reading about those funny stories in performing arts. My favorite class was math because it was fun at times and it made me feel smarter. I am excited to be graduating, but I will always remember the good times I had at AOWL. Thank you.
So Wil Stark is our newbie this year. If there was a Rookie of the Year award, Wil wins by default. He's been a tremendous addition to this class. Really, really friendly, polite guy. And that might not seem like a big deal, but trust me, as a teacher working at this school, you really embrace the polite kids, the kids who always ask how you're doing, who always say hello first, who always sort of just take the time to care about other people around them. I've seen that in Wil since day one. The other thing that really excites me about Wil is, I think, this was his first year. Usually most kids' first year isn't their senior year. You kind of need that first year just to lay the groundwork and be ready to be successful. And Wil is going to be back next year as part of our adult education programming. I think the future is incredibly bright for Wil. Now that that foundation is set, I think now that he has the mindset to be successful and really kind of push himself, I think he's going to do phenomenal, phenomenal things. And I look forward to being a part of working with him on that. But for now, Wil, we're really, really proud of you. Thank you so much for being part of our school. We're really glad you're here and excited for things to come. Congratulations.
Adam, I have known you my whole career at Academy of Whole Learning. You are the last of the students who preceded me, the last of my first 15. You are taking a little bit of my heart with you. You have demonstrated your integrity by being on the front lines of this crisis as an essential worker. You haven't missed one day of work or school. There are days when I'm not sure how I'll get through all I have to do. And then I think of you, Adam, putting together both school and career, and it gives me the impetus to keep going.
Hi, my name is Adam Letourneau. I've been a student at Academy of Whole Learning for 10 years. They helped me accomplish my learning skills. They supported me for my educational goals. Some of my favorite things at school are my friends, math class, and language arts. Because of Academy of Whole Learning, I am ready to start the next part of my life. I planned to keep working at my job and pursue my music in McPhail and the School of Rock. I want to thank my family, my friends, my therapists, and my teachers who helped me every step of the way. I appreciate you all so much. Thanks for believing in me.
Adam Letourneau has been at our school for 10 years now. He is the Dean of the Academy of Whole Learning, and we often like to talk about how much things have changed since we've been at the school, but one thing that hasn't changed is Adam. Well, he's changed as a person, but he hasn't changed being at our school. Adam is just a really friendly, smiley, hardworking, dedicated kid or young man who will always do what's asked of him. Adam has been here longer than anybody at our school, not just in his graduating class, not just amongst the students, but the staff, the head of the school, everybody. Adam is an institution, and I hope he takes pride in that because he has really been foundational to what our school is about, and I hope that our school is given back as much to Adam as Adam has given to our school. Adam has a job. He's a hardworking kid. He works at Cub Foods. Again, always does what's asked of him. Great attitude, and we're really, really proud of Adam. So, Adam, congratulations.